Let me first say to President Lopez Obrador, I want to thank him and his team for inviting us to be a part of this independence, ceremonies, these ceremonies that are going to take place over all of this particular year. And let me say to the people of Mexico, it is truly an honor for my wife Andrea and I and our daughter Yolanda Renee to be here at this time to talk about independence. As you know, I come from a family that has focused on civil and human rights to create the kind of world where all of God's children have good education, have health care, have families have decent jobs, have a decent home, and have justice. That's what we as a family have worked to promote throughout my travels in the world, using the methodology of nonviolence, which teaches people how to live together without destroying person or property. My father, as you know, was one of the leaders of the modern civil rights movement. And in 1963, he delivered one of the most prominent messages that many in our world have heard now. That speech, the title of that speech, as you know, was "I Have a Dream," where he talked about freedom, justice, and equality for all humankind. And if we look at what is going on in our nation or in the world, we know that the freedoms that need to exist do not totally exist yet. We know that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first steps, but we also know that there is something about the human spirit that is very unique, and people have the propensity to overcome again and again. We can look at the history of all of our nations, and I certainly, again, commend the Mexican people, the nation of Mexico, the president, and everyone who will be participating on these ceremonies. It is so important. It is said that a people that do not remember their history are doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past. And so it's so important for all of us to understand our history and to build on that history, to make our nations better for our children and to make our nations better for the world.